Thank you. I'm just going to respond because it's not a partisan. We're here having a debate to see what's the difference between CJ and I. CJ and I are friends. This is the process. This is the process to understand what's the difference between CJ and I. The difference between CJ and I led and I made things happen in the last 2 years. Thank you.
Now for our final question. If elected chair, there's a chance the other party will be majority in the town council. How will you lead the council effectively, and specifically, how have you in the past been successful working with the other party?
I will continue leading this council in a way that we've led in the last 2 years. We were unified in all our budget votes, and CJ can't argue with that. We were so inclusive when we went through every single project or committee that we created. We created 2 subcommittees for the high school. We created an ad hoc facility committee, a finance facility committee, and we also created an ad hoc communication committee. We made sure that that was bipartisan, and we wanted to make sure that we continue to include. Inclusivity is key of good government. We need to include everyone. We also added more residents as part of this committee. The difference between CJ and I, during that whole process, they were concerned they were adding too many residents. We needed to get residents engaged. In order to get this moving forward and people to stand behind this big project, we needed to engage the community. Yes, we were elected officials, but you guys are the ones that vote. In order to get that support, we wanted to make sure that we were so inclusive in including the community as well as 2 different parties.
The vast majority of votes that we have on the town council, served from 11 to 13 and now from 18 to 19, the vast majority are unanimous votes. The beauty of the groups that we tend to have on the council, and I know the same with the Board of Education and Town Planning and Zoning, is they can generally come together and reach consensus to agree upon what's best for the town. That's the history of the town. So yes, it's great that we've had a number of votes that were unanimous, and the budget votes were all unanimous. By the way, we've passed every budget all the way back to 2013 on the first try. And we've always passed budgets in this town, and the town always gets behind our budgets, because if it doesn't pass after the second try, the town council sets the budget. So that's not something that's, I think it might have occurred once in the past 50 years. So we're always joining together, we always try and be inclusive. We try and bring as many people together as possible. I did have a disagreement with making any committee that was too large to be handled. I'm sure all of you in this room have been on different committees, organizations. When you get too large, you don't get things done. We need committees that are manageable and include everyone. That means you can have subcommittees within those committees and draw more people in. With the building committee for the school here, we try and have as many meetings as possible to draw different people in.
Again, the difference is when you have a large committee, you need a strong leader. That's me. I lead the Farmington Village Committee, which is large. And I'm able to move that committee to do some great things. They're going to be presenting things to the council. So I'm not afraid to have a large committee, because that shows strong leadership. And that's what this community is asking for, is someone that's able to lead a committee that's either small or large, because you guys voted us in, and we work for you guys. It's not us sitting here and making all the final decisions. We need to make sure that we are inclusive, transparent, and treat everyone with integrity. Thank you.
As far as leadership, I don't think you're a good or a bad leader if you can lead a large group or a small group. A leader will lead the group they're given. I have led on the green efforts in the past, the retirement board in the past, the bicycle advisory committee, which by the way I created Bicycle Friendly Farmington, numerous other organizations. I own and run a business. I have to lead. If I don't, we don't stay in business.